Hey guys, what's up? My name is Travis Monsod. Welcome back to the channel. So I'm putting up this little video because I wanted to talk about the 5 things that I found on the internet while I was going through all the YouTube NAMM 2026 videos. I have some friends who actually went over there, and I've been also watching other YouTube videos or YouTube people that I follow in the DJ scene or in the overall YouTube music production scene. And for me, these are the top 5 things that I've seen that can be brought locally in the Philippines. As a DJ, as a music producer, we also want to get the latest in technologies. Our market is not really that up to date when it comes to these new technologies that one can utilize, when it comes to the whole local scene, learning how to DJ, learning how to do music production. But at least we try, right? So again, circling back, these are the 5 things that I think would benefit our local scene when it comes to the tech that came out from NAMM 2026. Okay, so first up, we have the Rane System One. Now, this is an all-in-one system, and all-in-ones are not really that new anymore to our local scene, as Pioneer DJ before introduced a lot of all-in-ones. Up till now, they still have all-in-ones in their lineup. And a local demand for all-in-ones is actually existing already. I remember when Pioneer brought in the XDJR1, which was the first all-in-one that I got my eyes on. They introduced an all-in-one system where you don't need a laptop anymore. Everything's on a USB stick with, of course, the record box prepping system. And all you have to do is lug that thing around. And then from there, the RX series came out. So it's the XDJ RX. And then you had the latest iteration, the RX3. And of course, we have the XDJ RR as well. And then we also, when Pioneer DJ became Alpha Theta, they also released the Opus Quad. And then we also got the Omnis Duo. Now, for the bigger all-in-ones, of course, there was the XDJ XZ, and then which is now become the XDJ AZ. So there's really a good market when it comes to all-in-one systems, as these systems become more familiar when it comes to small bars and small clubs getting front lines for their nights and for their events. Of course, Denon also has some all-in-ones. Their SC series, the SC4, SC2, and of course the Prime Go series as well. And then Numark recently came out also with their Mixstream series, the Mixstream Pro and the Mixstream Pro Go also is sort of an all-in-one. An all-in-one basically doesn't require a laptop, but if you want to use Serato, you'll have to use a laptop with the Rane System One. But natively, that system is running Engine DJ. As you already know, Rane is already under the umbrella company of Denon DJ and Numark. So it's now running the Engine DJ as its prime software when you're not using Serato with it. Yes, the motorized platters work also with Engine DJ. And of course, what's nice about the all-in-one is you have a very, very wide selection of sources, right? You can plug in your laptop. You can actually go wirelessly also, as I've already tested with my Prime Go. When it comes to wireless connectivity, you can actually get songs wirelessly from your laptop as long as it's in the same Wi-Fi network as your all-in-one system. I've tried it already with my Prime Go. And then also we have the usual thumb drives, which is USB-A and USB-C. And then you also have a SD card connector in the back as well. Now, what's nice with the System One is you can actually attach a 2.5 SSD at the bottom. It has the capabilities to have a SSD drive connected, so you don't anymore have to worry about, your music sources. Now, this is good for a lot of DJs, but there is a learning curve when it comes to Engine DJ, especially if you're coming from Serato or from, of course, Rekordbox, which most of the DJs use nowadays. Once you get that Engine DJ learning curve done, you are actually open to a lot of effects, a lot of, the UI is pretty awesome. So again, that's my number one, the System One of Rane. Okay, for the second one that I want to talk about is, of course, Reloop. Reloop released a lot of things for NAMM 2026, and it's a new contender here in the local scene. If you're familiar with the brand, a lot of Reloop buzz is now circulating in our local scene. One of the things that I want to bring to your attention is the Flux Go. Now, this is a smaller version of their Flux DVS sound card. The Flux Go is a 2 in, 2 out. And it's made for Serato and DJ Pro users who want to use DVS on non-DVS equipment. This will actually do battle with the Denon DS1. We are due for a new Serato box, which is small. So Reloop has answered the call to give you guys that particular product. Now, aside from the Flux Go, Reloop has also released the PTB2 mixer. Of course, this is also another DVS product where you can use DJ Pro as well. But this is actually a full-fledged mixer that's shrunk. So you can use it with smaller decks like their Reloop RP7s or even other smaller decks. Now, I'm seeing this trend where mixers are starting to shrink, mainly also with Allen and Heath. They've released the Zone 24. This is a new small mixer. I saw a couple of setups online where they put it in between the RP7s from Reloops, and it looks very flush with them. This is the Zone 24 and Zone 24C. But for Reloop, they released a small mixer in the form of the PTB2. Yes, we already had small mixers before. We already had iterations of small digital mixers like the Tractor Z1. But of course, you can only use it with Tractor at the time. And for this, I'm not sure yet if we can use Serato with the PTB2. But for DJ, DVS users, this is a small portable mixer setup that you can bring around with you. Number 3 on my list is, of course, Alpha Theta. They recently revealed the RMX Ignite. Of course, this is a update from the RMX 1000. And of course, it's been a while since they updated effectors or effects boxes. And of course, the RMX 1000 has been the standard when it comes to their lineup for added effects, aside from what you see in the built-in effects section of the mixers that they have. But the RMX Ignite is so much more. I won't go into detail because you can see a lot of other videos talking about the RMX Ignite and the capabilities of that. You can search that on YouTube and other social media. But for me, yes, this is a very significant upgrade as we are already, of course, in the year 2026. It has a built-in sampler, it has updated effects, drum pads, and a whole lot. I don't normally use it as I teach beginners, and then I normally bring advanced stuff like this in during the latter parts of the lessons. But it's a good thing to look out for the RMX Ignite. And of course, they also launched a new mixer. This is the smaller brother from their famous V10. This is now the V5. It's a 3-channel mixer with a 4-band equalizer. So 4-band meaning you have a mid-high, mid-low. Again, I will not dive into the specs too much because you can, again, search for the specs and whatnot on YouTube. But this is supposed to be a smaller iteration of the V10 because the V10 took up a lot of space in the booth when it came out. So this is a smaller version, so you can actually have more space in the booth, number 1. Number 2, you still have that 4-band equalizer yumminess when it comes to mixing. Now, the 4-band is not particularly new. Allen and Heath already with their Zone series has had the 4-band equalizer there as well. So if you're a house or techno DJ, you're a bit familiar with the 4-band EQ already. Now, one thing that I've noticed is there is no crossfader. And if you go to Mojax's channel, you will see him semi-complain that there is no crossfader, and that would actually sort of alienate certain types of DJs, namely open format and scratch DJs. Well, we don't know where Alpha Theta aimed this particular mixer for. or to whom it was aimed for. But having no crossfader, let's see what happens in the next couple of months with the V5. So for number 4, I wanted to talk about Hercules. Hercules is also a sort of a new name in the DJ industry locally. We didn't get a lot of Hercules stuff before, but now, because of notable gaming retailers, they were able to bring in the brand Hercules. For NAMM 2026, I want to talk about the Hercules T10. It's not a product yet that's fully out, inspired by the T7, but is rocking 10-inch platters. So again, that is something to look forward to, the Hercules T10. Price-wise though, I've been seeing a bit of a negative side there because of course when you think of Hercules, you think of the budget-friendly controllers, the budget-friendly hardware that you get from them. But lately, they've been upping their price tag with the T7 and other controllers. And let's see if the local market will open their arms to these types of pricing. Because again, if you go a little higher, then you're going into the Numark, Denon, and Alpha Theta range. So we don't know. With the local market, let's see what happens. But again, notably, number 4 is the Hercules T10 controller. So watch out for that. Okay, so lastly, number 5, I wanted to talk about something different when it comes to NAMM 2026. I was watching the YouTube channel of Sanjay C. You can actually also follow him for a lot of music production reviews of hardware and software. One thing that stood out with his NAMM 2026 series, there was a Google booth in the convention. Yes, you heard me right, Google. When it comes to software, of course, Google is up there. What did they bring to NAMM that I think would be very significant? They actually brought Google DeepMind. Now, Google DeepMind AI gives machine learning to the creative process. What I gathered from the video when Sanjay was talking to the people at Google, you can basically have text prompts where the machine can actually learn and explore music and of course music production. So it will give you more tools or more ways to maximize your workflow when it comes to music production. And of course, when it comes to DJs, like stem separation or, with the proper prompts, we can actually use the AI as a tool when it comes to music prod and of course DJ sets. Now, of course, this is at its infancy. When they were talking and they mentioned that this machine learning has MIDI capabilities, that already started me into wondering how you can utilize anything with the DeepMind AI. MIDI is actually one of the big things that people don't talk about. But of course, it becomes very simple. You just hook up to your computer, your MIDI controller will work, or your DJ controller will just work. They don't get the work that the designers put in the software to make the actual hardware speak to the software. And that's where MIDI comes in. So imagine if you have an AI that's helping you doing all the MIDI mapping, doing all the MIDI notes, doing everything MIDI, whether it's music production, whether it's DJing. Sky is the limit. So this is one thing I think that will also benefit the local scene, whereas AI learning has been on the uprise, and I want to see more hardware, more software utilizing AI when it comes to, of course, our industry, DJing and music production. So again, number 5, Google DeepMind AI. All right, guys. So that's the video. And again, NAMM 2026. A lot of new products were also unveiled. Yes, if you're into music as well, NAMM is the place where you want to go. For this year, I wasn't able to fly to the US for NAMM. But this 2026 NAMM, a lot of DJs also attended, and we also got a lot of things from also the big brands. And it's nice to see that DJ culture is, slowly again, getting into the spotlight, whether you're an open format DJ, whether you're a house or techno DJ, or whatever music you play. There is a lot of tech that's coming out to support your learning and your evolution as a DJ. You know, the biggest thing that I want, or the biggest thing that I would like to see, is to actually have those technologies come into the Philippines, and we can develop a better local scene when it comes to all of this, so we can grow better. So that's the end of the video, guys. Again, please like the video and to subscribe to the channel. All socials at DJ Travis Monsod. We will be talking about more DJing, more music prod, and of course, don't forget, we also have a series called Be a Better DJ. I'll be posting also more things to make you guys better at the craft here, and of course, the other platforms as well. So don't forget to follow me there. Let's grow this channel organically, and all of my socials, no to fake followers. And of course, Manila, you guys know, you gotta stay future-proof. Alright? So again, my name is Travis Monsod. I am out.